All right, welcome. We are here to playtest A Throne of Hollow Feathers by Amanda Mullins. Trophy Gold made to be a one-shot incursion, so this is also a playtest for me because I'm not used to doing Trophy Gold as a one-shot, so this will be great. Um, and this is done for the Sprigs and Kindling Retreat 2025, which has been a great experience so far with movie nights and all sorts of seminars and play tests and office hours that people have been able to participate with online and be able to watch videos afterwards. So hopefully this will be able to be seen and we'll see how well we do. All right, so I'm going to go through a round of cats to just remind ourselves. It's like these are the expectations for play, and if anybody has any questions afterwards, and like we'll just go over them very quickly. All right. So concept: Trophy Gold is a game about desperate treasure hunters entering a forest or other haunted space that doesn't want them there. The aim is for them to be motivated to play treasure hunters, motivated by a near impossible goal to seek out riches in the forgotten places of the world. You are not heroes, but entitled pillagers there to secure your wants and needs. Your desperate state encourages you to take dangerous risks, and you will often put yourself in harm's way to better your circumstances. In this particular incursion, you will be asked to rescue a princess. Who has been left on an island for a sacrifice that may or may not have been needed in the first place. Tone. The tone of Trophy Gold is risky and driven. You may encounter conflict or tension between treasure hunters, but more often you will be facing dangers from monsters or the environment itself. Subject matter. This game will be R-rated. Your treasure hunters are willing to make dangerous choices. The game will likely be violent, terrifying, and include scenes of bodily horror and loss of self-control. And there will be particular subject matter or warnings featured in this incursion that we will be playing, which I will mention when we get to the safety portion of this introduction. Gameplay itself is highly collaborative and improvisational. Players have a lot of say over the world itself and can introduce story elements that no one, not even the GM, was expecting, and play moves between the fiction and the metagame frequently. The game runs best when everyone feels comfortable offering up their ideas. It uses six-sided dice of two colors, light and dark, to determine the outcome of risky actions. We also have a safety tab on our character keeper, and we do have safety tools available to everyone at the table for use. So we have X cards, so if something comes up that is objectionable in an unfun way, we will say, you can say X card out loud, you can write X in the chat, you can also make an X with your arms in the video. Whatever it is, we'll stop play, find out what needs to be X carded and taken out, and we will continue play from there. We will never ask why something needs to be X carded. And if we also go tonally off, completely off the beaten track, then you are also welcome to X card something as well to try to get us back on track as well. There's also open doors, so if you have to, step away for a minute, to grab the door or grab your lunch, whatever, that's perfectly fine. Just say you have to step away for a minute and then just let us know when you're coming back. Or if you decide in the middle that this is not the game for you, please go ahead and take the open door and then just let us know that, no hard feelings, just, you have to step away and you will not be returning, and we won't ask you exactly why you need to open door. Okay? And finally, we have lines and veils. Lines are things that we will not include in the game whatsoever, will not be crossed. And veils are things that may come up as flashbacks. Maybe these are topics that will be touched upon from a backstory, and they will be faded to black. We will not need to roleplay them at all. The safety tab contains the lines and veils that are in the game, as well as ask first, so things that we may touch upon that we may want to ask out of character. Hey, is this okay if I mention this particular subject? And interest are things that we are interested to see in the game that we're playing, but also they also include the incursion warnings. So incursion warnings are harm to animals, and I marked off like pet and domestic as well as wild. Betrayal, which is a very high possibility in any version of trophy, whether it be dark or gold. And then sacrifice, death, and of course betrayal again. Okay, so PC betrayal, betrayal from the environment and from NPCs. So those are all incursion warnings that we cannot line because they're included in the incursion and might be trying to loosely veil, but we'll see. Again, inherent. All right, and other things that are here. Let's see. Um, just remembering that the lines and veils, excuse me, the safety document is a living document. So if anything changes mid game, like it wasn't triggering before, but it is triggering like in the middle, please, please, please just let us know that a change has been added to the safety document. So we stop play, take a look at it, and just make sure that we're not, getting near anybody's lines or veils that have been added. Okay. So just keep each other safe, make sure that we're all still consenting, and let's have a good time. All right. So that is the cats, and we just should have all the characters created. Let's see. All right, with burdens and ruin. Let's see. Burdens. So again, with burdens, these characters are again desperate. So they have some equipment that they may have purchased, and the burdens are what keeps them in this adventure, and they have to pay off their debt. So if they don't meet their burdens by the end of the incursion, then they have to retire the character because the character is essentially in debtor's jail. Yay! So hopefully they meet their burdens and pay off their debt before the end of the adventure. So let's see. They start off with one burden, and for every piece of armor or weapon that they have, then they add another point of burden to their total. Okay. So, and then ruin is essentially how how lost do you get to your environment? Kind of a little bit like hit points, kind of thing. Once you get to 6 ruin, you're lost to the haunted place, and yeah, you start off with 1 point of ruin, and for every ritual, the type of magic that is done in trophy, you add another point of ruin. So let's see. Ritual. Okay, so just remember that starting ruin is again 1 point of ruin plus for every ritual that you take. All right. So let's see. Benhir should have, I think, one, two, three, four burdens and 2 ruin if you're remaining with just 1 ritual. Yeah. And I think the other 2 are fine with the number of burdens and rituals that they have. 2. Okay. 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Got it. Okay. Cool. All right. Wonderful. So we will do a quick introduction of these characters that have joined us for the uh, adventure once I do the little introduction. Okay? So, again, we are playing A Throne of Hollow Feathers. If the gods will not keep to their oath, roared the King of Otwan, then we need not keep ours. Bring me back my daughter. Otwan has, of late, been plagued by shrieking winds, stolen livestock, and a season of shore-battering storms. To appease the gods, the people of Otwan sent their beloved Princess Valessa in a ship laden with treasure to die on a cliff-ringed isle where harpies roost. It didn't work. The king, overcome with grief and rage, demands that you retrieve her. You may keep any treasure you find, and may even win the hand of the princess herself. So, you all are taking a boat to this cliff-ringed isle of harpies. As we see the boat near this shore and see large feathered beings circle the isle, please describe your characters, starting with like left to right on the character keeper. What they look like and who they are. If you want to mention like their occupation and all that fun stuff. All right. Michael, please introduce us to Osto.
So Osto is a young man with um, a smug mustache. He's a ranger and was an oppressed laborer. I think he wears a lot of leather. He's got a sturdy helmet and leather gambeson. He carries a hefty crossbow and a sturdy, no, heavy crossbow and hefty cudgel. That's it. And so his background I already mentioned, but his drivers bring freedom to Tyrolis. And he is able to do one ritual, and that's trip wire.
Sean, please introduce us to Pela.
Pella is a uses she, her pronouns. She is a zealot with a background of an heretical inquisitor. Her drive is to seize absolute control of Cormoran's wheel. She has the rituals medium and hospitality, and she has an ornate cuirass, a stiff wool cloak, and a hooked sickle sword, which all sounds awesomely zealot-like.
There you go.
So Benhir is a champion. He's young, he's handsome, charming. Um, he's looking for glory, and he was formerly a seeking musician. He heard a song in the wind, but couldn't catch it, and he's still looking for that. His drive is to achieve the perfect form required to join the cult of Antia. He knows the ritual circle, and is equipped with a shirt mail and a standard sword. Nothing fancy, but useful.
Awesome. And of course, like you are equipped with like other folks of making it on this island, of driving the excuse me, sailing the boat, and perhaps other adventures, but we don't worry about their story for today. We're concerned about you all making it to the morning shore. Waves are crashing against the beach. Signs of past sacrifices litter the rocky shores as the boat shifts right onto the beach. You see rusted weapons and armor scattered. Scavenger birds watch you from atop the cliffs. As you see all of this, tell me, what did you leave behind to come to this place?
Pella was in the middle of a conspiracy to seize control of Cormoran's wheel, and she had to leave that behind, that part of her plan behind, to go do this in order to get treasure to fund it, I guess.
Benir
Um,
was on his way to a temple, a lost temple of the cult of Antea, and when he heard about this princess, and he thought it was something good to put him on the road to acquire the perfect form he needed.
Osto left his family behind because he thought gaining treasure and supporting them from afar will do better than him just continuing as a worker being exploited. So I picture maybe even a wife and kids. But when it comes to marrying a princess, I think that's not much of an issue.
I mean, the king did say it's like whatever treasure you find, you can get. You could get the princess's hand if you want, but it wasn't necessarily mandatory. Maybe we'll see. I don't know, but yeah, your goal for trophy gold, it's more of a completing different sets. So the sets have goals, and you need to achieve the goal for the set before you can move on to the next one. The goal for this particular set is to reach the cliffside pathway. As you, again, as you are seeing all of this somewhat carnage on the beach, the wind screeches even though the sea is calm. What do you hear in the wind? In the wind screeching?
Pela was previously a heretical inquisitor in a heretical sect that worshipped something awful, and she hears that being's voice in the wind.
Benhir hear a melody, but it's something Benhir always hear when he listen to nature and the sound of nature.
I think Osto hears the cries of the oppressed, who were not able to get away, and the screams, and to still suffer.
You can make your way through the beach, and maybe you see the hint of this pathway that you need to reach to go further up from the shore. But there seems to be some obstacles in your way as you go. It is not a straight path, not at all. There seems to be a overturned rowboat wedged in the rocks, and, it seems to bear the sigil of a wealthy rival kingdom. Others have been here before as well. Just so you know. So, with Trophy Gold, the way you can get information, details about your environment, or go further along is by doing a hunt roll. All right? And for a hunt roll, if you want to go ahead and follow along on the reference sheet that I've included, when you press ever deeper in pursuit of a specific and immediate goal, describe how you are exploring your environment. So to gather your dice, you want to take the first light die by exploring the world and asking the question about it. And then you take a second light die if you have a skill or a piece of equipment that you would like to make your hunt easier. So that is the first way to get further along. If anybody would like to make a hunt roll to start, you just have to tell me how and what question you're asking.
Um, Pella would like to look around the beach and see if there are any signs of people going through here recently, other
Okay,
than the overturned rowboat.
got it. Okay. What
Um,
do you've got for a skill or something in your equipment that could help you?
um, I don't know, would a compass helper or a skill in secrets?
I think you can parlay. I'm an easygoing GM, so you want to parlay secrets, as in you can spot things a lot more easily hidden than others. I will take it. So yeah,
Okay.
I'll take that. So
So that's two
two
light die.
two light
Nice.
die on the dice roller, if that's what you're using for sure.
I got a.
Four
How do
light.
I check this? 4 light? Yeah.
Okay. You get a token. So go ahead and add a hunt token to your total. But you
Is that
encounter
on the
something terrible.
is that on the character sheet
For the
somewhere?
Oh, yes.
Oh, hunt tokens. Yep, there we
Yes.
go.
Yeah, you want to list your hunt tokens. Now, just keep in mind that at any point when you get a hunt token, you can ask me to find a treasure at any point. So you want to possibly trade in your hunt token for a treasure before a possible dice roll tells you, by the way, you've lost all your hunt tokens. Just so you know. And
Okay.
then also at any point, if you want to pool your hunt tokens as a group, you can apply 3 hunt tokens towards just automatically, solving the set goal or any goal really. I mean, it just has to be agreed upon by the whole table. All right. So it takes 3 hunt tokens to do that for yourself or by pooled amongst yourselves. But yes, so you get a token, but you encounter something terrible. Let's see what kind of terrible thing you find. God. Let's see. I think, yeah, I think as you're checking for these signs of other people, maybe you're picking around and I think you're checking out a particular pile of driftwood, and you unfortunately see that it conceals a pit lined with sharp coral shards. How do we know that you found it? You need to take a risk roll now. And a risk roll is going to determine how well you get through this particular trap that you found. So, risk roll. Before you try something risky, we'll find out from me and the other players what could go wrong. So, in the interest of time, I'm just going to ask one other player to tell me, what do you think could go wrong? So, Benhir, what do you think would go wrong with Pela finding this pit trap of shards?
What could go wrong is the shards are poisonous.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, I like that. And I think that the shards could also be something that will go through you, and they're kind of, what's the word? Could possibly even be parasitic if we want to include the body horror. Why not? You fall in, and some of them work their way in and stay with you, you know. So that could be what goes wrong. All right. So now we start to gather your dice for a risk roll. Take a light die to avoid this, right? Take a light die if you are skilled because of your occupation or your background, or if you have some equipment that you can use to help you not fall into the pit completely. All right. What do you think you have to help you with this?
I have a crowbar that I could jam into the
Like it.
ground.
Perfect. Okay. And then you have dark die because you're definitely risking your body in this. All right.
Okay,
Now,
so that's
you can get a second light die to increase your odds of success by accepting a devil's bargain. Devil's bargains are things that are prefaced with no matter what. So regardless of the success of the die roll, this will happen. All right. So what do we think will happen no matter what? And a couple things to note. You do not have to take a devil's bargain, but that also means you do not get that second light die. And if you do accept a devil's bargain, you could also tweak it a little bit if you don't like the what's been mentioned completely.
I mean,
Right?
you could X-card it, but tweaking?
Change it a little bit, adjusting. I mean,
Okay.
it's been done. Michael. Anyway. Anyway. So what do we want to
I
offer?
just tend to give some harsh
I know. I know.
ones, you know,
I know.
and I like it in a way.
Mhm. People make it worse. I love it. So that's why I say you can tweak.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay. So what do we think will happen no matter what to give that second light die?
No matter what, there in front of you is one of your rivals from your organization. And when they find the princess first, they will have a much better position than you and a bigger chance of seizing control of Cormoran's wheel.
Wow, that's a lot. I was going to say, like, no matter what, I think something like that, but a little bit different. I think you're going to see a letter, like a scrap of a letter, saying someone has what is it? Yeah, has found the key to Cormoran's wheel.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Okay. So the key to Cormoran's wheel.
Okay, so I have 2 light dice,
2 light dice, 1 dark. Yep.
1 dark. Okay.
Yep. 2 light, 1 dark. Yeah, go ahead and use physical dice and then just let us know what you got. Okay.
Okay. And it's the highest die. I got a dark 6.
Dark 6. So you succeed, but you succeed in avoiding the pit. Tell me how you do this, but also tell me how you increase your ruin by 1, and tell me how whatever you see, whatever you sense, deepens your fall into the haunted space of the forest of this place, haunted space.
I think that the coral shards are not only parasitic, but in some sense like telepathic, and they sing to me of the the harpy's grace and power. And it kind of gets into my head.
Let's see. So a condition would be Song of the Harpies. Yeah, the Song of the Harpies Graces. And conditions are not mechanically affecting, like it won't, like, give you any disadvantage or advantages, but what it will do is give you some nice flavor for continuing on with your role play. So please feel free and um, flavor your role play from now on with that. Okay. So
Awesome.
anybody else want to do this as you watch Pela save herself from falling completely into the pit, but maybe you see some scratches as those coral shards have affected her. But maybe you don't see that.
I mean, do you tell us? Do you shout out?
About the harpy's grace?
No, about the traps.
Oh, I probably shout. I don't know that I shout something intelligible.
Oh, okay. I think I'll come over and ask, what happened? Are you all right?
Pela's ears and mind are so full of this song at the moment that she can't even understand what you're saying right now.
And I think after realizing that you've almost fallen into that pit trap, I want to figure out if there are more traps on the beach and what's the best way to avoid them.
So, again, you're asking the question, so that's the first light die. And then second light die is like, what skill or equipment do you have to help you with this plan?
I do have traps as a skill.
Oh, there you go then. Okay, 2 light die, please.
All right. That's a light 6. Or
Light.
both are light, but
Oh.
it's a 6.
Damn. Okay. So light 6 is your top die. So just tell me how you succeed and succeed well.
Mm,
To answer your own question, like in terms of avoiding any further traps.
I've got one question.
Yeah.
What was the one Pela almost dropped
It
into
was a pit.
disguise?
It was disguised by driftwood.
Driftwood. Okay, okay. I realize it's really, really hard to figure out which areas are safe because there's a lot of driftwood, there's a lot of sand, and I figure, okay, if we just walk on the patches of grass or other plants that are growing, it's very unlikely that they are trapped as well. And I just go ahead and try it out very carefully, and that proves to be the right approach.
Okay. All right.
So there are definitely more traps, but too many to see or figure out.
Yeah. So, and Osto tells you these things, Pella and Benhir. What do you do? And again, you can still do hunt rolls if you'd like.
Yes. Benhir is interested in the robot and also the symbols on it.
Okay, the rowboat and the sigil.
To
Yeah.
yes, to know who could be here and who came here before.
Who and who came before? Yeah. All right. So, if you take on closer inspection, so you're asking the question, what do you have
Yes.
for skill or equipment to look further at the rowboat?
I was thinking about maybe letting myself remember something about maybe touching the sigils and using my inspiration skill.
Nice. Okay, I like it. Okay, so you got 2 light die, please. Please roll and tell me what your highest is.
It's a 6.
6 light. All right, you got it. You tell me like um how you're looking at this thing, and I can give you details about the other kingdom.
I'm putting my hands on the sigils and closing my eyes and feeling the patterns of each sigils and trying to remember when I could have made the same gesture but in another place and getting that memory back.
Yeah, I think in your past as a seeking musician, I think you may have played. You may have played for this rival kingdom, the rival kingdom of Otwan. Um, and you know that this is the sigil of Tirhue, which is the other kingdom, and they're here. Maybe, perhaps even this is a particular sigil of someone you know from Tirhue. Friend or foe, you think, Benhir, that you knew from Tirhue?
I think know that I'm on the path to Hantia. Everyone from Tirhue is a foe.
Ah, okay. So then you know that the person that, who owned this rowboat and anybody that was on it is a foe of yours. And maybe you see further along, you see footprints still apparent in the sand, like the wet sand that's nearby, like leading up towards the path.
Where does the footprints are leading? Towards the cliff
Yes,
or
they are.
elsewhere?
They seem to be leading towards the cliff. Um, but they're kind of like intermittent, because once it starts getting into like actual sand, like not like, you know, dry sand, then you've lost it. But definitely in the wet sand by the rowboat, you can definitely see the footprints leading away from there, for sure.
Okay.
But I mean,
I
Osto seems to have the right idea, though. I mean, like, you know, doing the bouncing from patch to patch. I mean, like, you know, he's going in the right direction.
so I'm getting back to Osto and Pela.
Okay. All right. As you're making your way up, Osto, I think you see something that seems to be moving near one of the patches that you approach, and it's wrapped up in something, but also covered over in sand as well. You can't tell if it's a creature or if it's, you know, if it's um, something else, but you sort of see it move, like bouncing underneath. Like it's a tiny piece of sand that seems to be moving up and down, as if it's like kind of burrowing underneath or bouncing. You're not sure, but it's
I
there.
mean, I could do a hunt roll.
Okay.
I wonder if that's some behavior I have heard before, maybe even encountered before of a creature
Okay.
living at the beach, you know.
Okay. So, hunt roll again. Checking for creature under sand. Okay.
I've got beasts as a skill.
Okay. 2 light die, please.
That's a 5.
5. Okay. So with a 5. Oh, and think with the 6, you with the 6 hunt roll. Like if you got a 6, you could definitely get a hunt token. Just so you know. Okay. So if I forgot to tell you, then that's what you
Oh
get.
yeah. I think 4, 5, or 6, you get a hunt token.
Yes, 4, 5, or 6, you get a hunt token, but with 4 and 5, you encounter something terrible. Sorry. All right, I'll make a note here.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fun.
Yeah, so you get a hunt token, but you encounter something terrible. So, I think first off, when you kind of like move the sand away, you see you try to make out this creature, and you realize you unearth a still beating heart of a seabird buried in the sand. It's an omen of dark magic. Still beats and throbs in your hand.
Can I take it with me?
Yep. Totally take it with you.
Got like a little leather pouch, and I think this is something I might not share with the others.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure. I don't want to freak them out too much.
Got it. Okay. Alrighty. You can hide it from them as you make your way further up, but yeah, you've got something. And remember, again, like at any point, you can tell me you want to trade in your hunt tokens for a treasure, or if you have 3 hunt tokens among you, you can always pool them together and say, "Hey, we want to solve the set." So that is up to you.
I think I am.
Oh, Benhir, you got a hunt token. So just so you know.
yes.
I think I'd like to spend 2 actually
Okay.
to get a treasure.
Okay. You get. You find a gold signet ring. Like, I think, you know, when you found the still beating heart, I think, you know, maybe you burrowed a little bit deeper, and then you found, like, deeper underneath. You found a gold signet ring encrusted with iridescent salt and sapphire beads etched with sigils. And just for more fun, it's like it's still attached to a finger.
And that would be worth 2 gold since I spent 2 tokens?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll keep the finger as well.
Amazing. Okay. Do you tell them about it?
Nah.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
I'm going to trade in my hunt token for a gold as well for a treasure.
Sure, sure. I think as you make your way up, even as you follow, maybe you're hearing like a bit of the harpy's song. Perhaps maybe it leads you to looking for feathers, and I think you see something sticking up out of the sand, like the top of a feather, like tufts of feathers, like all over the place, but then like a particular one that seems to call to you. And when you unearth it, you realize it's a long feather, and at the base of it is fused a black pearl. Benhir, did you want to trade in your hunt token?
No, not yet.
Okay. All right. And you just want to put it into hunt token just to make sure you remember that you have one.
Yes, I've put a token in front of me.
Okay. There's also a space in the character
Oh,
keeper
okay.
under gold. So
Yes.
yeah,
Let's
and
see it.
and so
Okay.
you can brain. I think you can also trade in your hunt token for gold itself, but yeah, I mean like it's kind of like more fun to do treasure and then sell it off later on as gold. So that's fine too. All right. So I think you make your way up further, um, but you start to see that there's other things that are kind of strewn about here amongst the rusted armor and um, equipment. I think maybe like also on another part of the shore, maybe near another patch or so, there's uh, things washed in amongst the seaweed, and you hear distant screeching that may or may not sound like the things that you heard before. Do you want to do anything else here to seek, to ask, to find?
What was the set goal again?
Set goal is to reach the cliffside pathway.
And we're not there yet.
No.
Okay. I am going to search for the cliffside pathway.
Okay. All right.
Can I use my secrets skill?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's 2 light dice.
Yes. 2 light dice.
It's a 5.
Okay. Encountering something terrible. Wow. Okay, great. So you get another hunt token. Yay. But let's see what you get. All right. I think you see there are monstrous scuttle marks lining the beach. There's mangled carcasses of shorebirds riddling the tracks. These signs are not good whatsoever. And to get to this pathway, to make it easier to reach the spot where Valessa may be, you're going to have to go further and encounter this thing, whatever it is. So, risk roll.
Okay.
All right, what do we think could go wrong as Pela makes the search further for what this is?
I mean, first, she'd have to say what she wants to accomplish.
Yes. So do we want to, I mean, just asking. So do you want to like first say to your companions, "Hey, this is what we're going to deal with."
Yeah,
Maybe.
Pella definitely voices that.
Okay. So, no risk roll just yet, but I mean like if you do if you do decide to go further, you were going to definitely put yourselves in danger for sure. So, yeah.
Does the screeching comes from that spot or
You're not
further?
sure. you're not sure. Again, when you look out into the sea looks calm as anything, but then when you kind of listen out for it, it seems to come from different places.
Okay, so no, not one places.
Not
Just
one place, no.
I want to try to isolate one of these place.
Okay.
Maybe it's come from many places, but if I can't find one sources and keep my mind on it.
Okay. Alrighty. So, hunt roll, you're asking the question to isolate the screech, and what skill do you have to do this?
I don't think I have any skill for that.
I mean, like, you can always use your background as well.
Yes, my background as a seeking musician. Yes.
Yeah. Listening, yep. Okay. So 2 light dice, please.
A 6.
6 light?
6
Okay.
yes, 6 and a 2.
Alrighty. So, you are able to hear the screech as a call, and you can distinguish between the screeches as some that sound more bird-like, so probably like the harpies, which sound a little bit further and further up. And then there's one specific one that sounds like it's much, much closer, but deep underneath, near where you
Underneath
are.
us.
Like underneath the sand, maybe. But yeah.
Fellows, I look at my feet and be wary where you put your feet. There's something maybe underneath that sound that is calling to something else above that.
So you're suggesting we should get away quickly?
Surely, I don't know if it's quickly. You told us about the traps everywhere. We still need to get wary of that. But we need to move. Pela, is the pathway you saw the right way to go?
I believe so, but there is the dangerous scuttling thing ahead of us.
At least we can see what it is, because
Yeah.
I don't know what is behind below us, but the danger we see is better than the danger in the shadows.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we try to move in the direction I found.
Well, then you see, I think, as you go beyond some rocks, you see what looks like kind of like around the bend. So you're viewing this first, and maybe you don't even believe what you see, but there is a barnacle encrusted crab the size of a house beyond you, further down, or further up, I should say, the beach, and possibly looking like they're blocking the pathway, and they seem to be dragging some debris into the surf. Haven't noticed you yet, but that is the cause of the monstrous scuttle marks. Seems to be moving back and forth, like trying to bring some stuff up from the surf, up further along.
Is there a way to try to figure out what it's doing without attracting its attention?
Yeah, I mean, if you'd like to do a hunt roll, and then we'll go through the results of the hunt roll at the after break, then I can give you some further information, maybe of like what you might have heard about this possible creature, or what you can observe for it, depending on what skill you're using.
Okay.
For it. Okay, so whomever wants to make a hunt roll about this, we totally can.
Maybe Osto because you have beasts?
I could do that, yeah.
Okay.
Like, I want to know whether the creature is occupied building a nest or if that's something unusual that um and anything we might do might take it out of it. And I've got beasts as a skill.
Okay. Too light.
Double sixes.
Well, hell
Works
yeah.
for us.
All right, so with a 6 on the hunt roll, double 6 actually, can give you a lot of information on this. What you observe from this creature, um, it doesn't act necessarily like a regular crab. Well, one, it's huge, but the way it's dragging some debris into the surf is not necessarily just like a regular crab. You start to notice that it's putting it into certain ways. It's starting to bury it in a ritual pattern, and it's starting to carve symbols into the sand. And then perhaps you realize from maybe some legends that you've heard of this island, it's it's actually named. It has a name to this. Um, it's called Carcanos the Tidebound, and it's been cursed to patrol this shore. And you see its antennae waving, kind of like a this way and that. Um, and perhaps you've even heard like a particular legend, which you're not sure if it's true, and you're not sure if you're going to test it, but supposedly that those antennae that Carcanos has probes intruders to test for unworthy blood. What that means, you don't know. Do you want to test it? That's up to you. Do you tell your companions this?
I picture us hiding behind a dune.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, this isn't an ordinary giant crab. This is Kakinos, legendary beast. This can't be good.
One good thing, though, is that looks like Carcanos at the moment seems to be a little bit busy. So if you want to try to sneak past, you could try to get past and go up the pathway that seems to be a little bit beyond it.
So Pela is a little torn. As a zealot, she definitely wants to be probed by these antennae, but she's gonna hold back for now and just kind of hope in her heart of hearts that it happens.
Benhir, uh, while learning about the status of legendary this creature has, is kind of tickled by it and want to maybe confront it, but maybe the rewards before the creature are richer even. So he won't go alone against it. But there's something there.
So you can decide to do things as a party, or you can try to do things individually. So I leave it to you. We could risk roll this, or if people want to fight, then we will determine who wants to fight and do enact the combat roll.
Osto does not want to fight.
Okay. I was going to say too, because if you have a ranged weapon, the ranged combat works a little bit differently than regular combat. But we can.
I mean, I've also got like a regular close combat weapon.
Yeah. But yeah, we don't have to. I mean, again, I'm giving you the option. You can try to sneak past this guy if you
I mean,
want to.
since Benhir said he won't go alone, maybe you do go there and then you realize we're not following.
Yes, I'm starting to get a above the dune we're hiding, and I make 5-6 meters. I put my hand on my sword, and I look back to see if you've got my left and my right, but no, there is nobody behind me. And I look at the creature, at Kakanos, and I made my steps back to be behind the dune.
Right.
Okay, so I guess we're risk rolling this.
Risk rolling this, yes, absolutely. So, as usual, it's like, what could go wrong? Well, Karkanos could see you, or, sense you, and decide to try the probe first. And then, all out attack with its pincers and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, that's definitely what could go wrong.
Risk roll.
Who else is wanting to engage in a risk roll?
I mean, one
I'm
person could
going
roll and the others could help.
Yeah.
Right?
That sounds good. So yeah, I mean, like if Pela's gonna be doing the risk roll, and then everybody or people can offer to
All right,
help.
I'm going. I'm making maybe putting myself in front of between Karkanos and the others.
Oh, okay.
Because there is I have still this not a need, but it's legendary, and I want the glory. And if he attacks, I want to be there in first.
Okay.
To
All right. Well,
defend and to get it.
we can just hope it doesn't go that wrong, or you don't get probed first, whichever. Take a light die if this is something you are skilled at to just sneak past /
Yes,
you beware. Yep.
I have commands as a skill, and I make moves and gestures to direct the two others and tell them, "Oh, we're gonna proceed."
Great. Okay.
Okay. So you're rolling.
Hoping
then.
they follow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So basically, you're gonna go ahead.
If
and
you're
do...
okay with that.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Commands. All right. Great. And then that's your first light die, and dark die definitely body. Oh my God, it's dangerous. So second light die comes from accepting a devil's bargain. What do we think will happen no matter what?
No matter what, you're going to be probed by Karkanos somehow, maybe accidentally.
Ooh, I like that. Accidentally
And
probed.
Bella's gonna be real jealous.
Oh my God! Let's turn into a trophy dark game. Sorry. Probed by Karkanos. I just love the fact we're just loving the probed part. Sorry. So amusing. I want to fold it into your drive somehow. I'm just trying to figure out how.
I mean, you could tell us more about the cult, what their deal is.
Yeah. What is the perfect form for the cult of Enthea?
It's both physical and mental balance I have to achieve, and it will require travel to specific temples where sigils will be engraved into my own body.
Sigils engraved. Wow. Okay. I feel like I want you to collect a sigil somehow, but I mean, like.
I'm gonna say he's gonna lose one.
Ooh.
You've already earned, no matter what. Being at this place messes with a sigil you've already obtained, and it vanishes.
Oh,
It's
Lord.
like tattoo removal, but magical.
Ooh.
Yes.
So
Maybe something I've got on her arm, my arm, and I will scratch it, or an injury will ruin it.
Right. So the devil's bargains on the table are either being accidentally probed by Karkanos in this effort, or you have one of your sigils damaged in some way that it is removed. You lose it.
Both are good.
Now, see, here's the thing. I'm the GM that says it's like,
Yes.
You can take them all if you want, or
No,
you don't have to
I
take
will
just
take
one.
the sigil one.
Sigil one. Okay, so all right, all right. So let's look at what you roll first. So 2 light, 1 dark, please.
Remind me if I tie with a dark and a light one, it's the dark that comes
The dark
that is
is
used.
always considered highest, even if there's a match.
Okay, so I have 5 dark.
5 dark. Okay.
So I make a ruin.
Yes. If it's higher than your current ruin, yes. Okay. So you
Yes.
succeed. There's a complication, and basically you will tell me how you succeed in this, but how, from what you see or sense, that you fall deeper into the haunted space of this place. And I'll give you the complication slash condition after you tell me all that.
Okay, so I lead the path to the group, to Pela and Osto, and I put myself between them and Kakanos. We progress quietly, with sure fits, still looking maybe for traps, rocks, and stuff. And we get behind Karkanos, but maybe I'm too close to him, and one of his antenna get to me, and I protect my face with my arm, where one of the sigil is, and he probes my arm, uh, getting a chunk of flesh from it. I keep my mouth shut. He don't seem to turn to us, and we can't get past him. And when I saw the sigil ruined, and all I had to do to get it, that's how my ruin gets up.
Are you angry? Are you upset? Like, how do you feel after having that particular sigil that took so long, or such a difficult journey to get? How do you feel about that? That's gone.
Distressed by all the time I lost.
I think your condition is sigil grief. Yeah. So use that to flavor your role play from here on out. All right. So you achieve the set goal, and you are now up on the cliffway path. All right.
Can
And
I,
yeah, go ahead.
following this interaction with Karkanos,
Mm-hmm.
can I get use one of my tokens to get a treasure?
Yeah, absolutely. I think as you're following Pella and Osto up the cliffway path and grieving the loss of your sigil, maybe your blood drips along the cliffway path, and you see it drips into what looks like a little recess, and you're seeing, like, it's not natural, like as if there's something there hidden underneath the rock or the sand. And when you look closer up on the pathway, you see there's like kind of like a broken uh, lobster trap that somehow got wedged along the side, and there's a glint of gold within it. And when you pull it out, you see that there is a piece of braided cord of human hair, and in it is a piece of gold woven in. So that is your prize, your cord of human hair with gold. So worth 1 gold. Doesn't replace your sigil, I know, but you find it. You are now on the steps of sorrow. The cliff face looms above, streaked with bands of blue-green stone. Narrow steps wind up the rock, each worn smooth by centuries of use. A weathered altar holds faded offerings at the base of the climb. Trinkets, feathers, teeth. Your goal here is to reach the top of the cliffs. Which of you do you think will actually claim the princess's hand?
I mean, I think Benhir is the most princess claiming like person.
I think I could just not mention my wife and children. No, no one has to know.
Osto, you cad. Anyway. Benhir?
I think Pela is the most, in my mind, suited for a princess, and her kingdom would help her seize control of common will.
Oh gosh, amazing. Okay. All right. So yeah, these, you see the trinkets on the altar, and then you see the steps are winding up the rock. You know, they could look beautiful, but also treacherous going up them. So
Pela desperately wants to check out this altar.
okay.
Super up her alley.
Sure, absolutely. Go ahead and do a hunt roll. So, what specifically do you want to check out on the
She
altar?
wants to try to figure out who this is an altar to.
Okay.
And she has, I guess I could do secrets, or yeah, let's do secrets as my skill.
Okay. Alrighty.
Too light?
Too light.
That is a 6.
Rolling really well today. All right. So, yeah, you basically find out that this is the altar from the harpies to their particular god. I mean, it's just the teeth are not necessarily all human teeth. The feathers obviously are from the harpies, and the trinkets look like a collection of things that have been either given from the sacrifices left here or claimed from the sea and then brought to make the offering. In fact, when you look at the altar itself, it looks like there's like etchings in different language, like nothing that you've seen before, right?
Okay.
So
I think at this point that the harpy's song kind of swells and crests in her head, and she kind of crumples to the ground a little bit.
I'm not playing Trophy Dark. I want to give you a ruin roll so bad, but I can't, so I won't. Yeah, so I think you see that while you're doing this, you get this vision of the stone steps seeming to ripple and vanish before they come back. And it's almost like it's in tune and in rhythm with the harpy's song in your ears. But that's what you see. The other two are just kind of like, yeah, what did the other two see as you contemplate, going up the steps?
I mean, I think the main thing they see is me clutching my head and falling to the ground.
Any comments or any ideas of what you want to do next? Austin?
If I see Pela getting to the ground, I go to see her and to see if I can help her or relieve her from some pain, and also know what she's going through and if it can affect the both of us.
Pella, what do you say when Benhir tries to
I'm a
reach
little
out?
inarticulate, but I choke out something about their majesty, the majesty of their feathers, their song, their song.
I think as this is happening, Osto, I think you notice that there are little animals that may be still kind of weaving around or just kind of um, moving around this altar and steps and such. But you notice they seem to be going off into on the steps, onto the cliff, and then leaping off without any hesitation.
Like rats or what?
Yeah, just like any creatures that have made their way up the steps, or like they're up at the cliff already. They just seem to be randomly like leaping off without hesitation. They just make it up there and then whoop.
We shouldn't spend too much time on this island. I have a bad feeling about it. And I want to see what's ahead of us.
Okay.
By using backpack equipment.
Okay. What do you have?
Let's say, spyglass.
Hunt roll to light.
That's a 3.
Three.
So no token, unfortunately.
No, absolutely not. Oh my goodness. What's that? Something terrible? Just something awful? Goodness. You encounter something terrible. Great.
Yeah, that's always the case. But you can choose what information you convey anyways.
Yeah. So, I think through the spyglass, you see these long, sinuous serpents. They have shimmering feathered wings, and they seem to be just circling, like in like very beautiful patterns, like like making figure eights or spirals in the air. But they duck down very quickly. So if you didn't see them quite in the spyglass, you might have taken it for more of a more of like flickers of light, because there's like kind of cloud cover or like obscuring mist like up near the cliff face, which makes like traversing the steps a little extra dangerous. All cool. But that's what you see through your spyglass. Do you say anything to the others?
I wonder. They are winged serpents. Do you really think this is worth it?
Pela definitely thinks it's worth it. She's recovering at this point and is like, no, we must press on.
Our path is up the stairs, right?
That's what it looks like. But then, of course, Pela saw them waver and disappear, so she's a little nervous.
But do you say that to your companions? Do you tell
No,
them?
she does not.
I
No.
didn't think so, Pella. Oh, these little half-truths.
So the goal is
To reach the
to
top of the
reach.
cliffs. That's the set goal.
I mean, if we were reckless, we could also find another way, climb instead of using the stairs,
Good. Good try. Sure.
in hopes of avoiding those creatures. But what do you guys think?
We have
Should we just
to,
walk into them?
if we want to get out of this island quickly and get this thing done, we should take the stairs. They will lead us directly back there, and we can proceed. if we are looking, I don't have anything to help us get top of this cliff without those stairs. Do you?
I have that crowbar. You could try to hack some handholds into the rock. I think Pella, because she saw the stairs waver and disappear, she's a little nervous about them. So she's going to do a hunt roll to try to find some other way up the cliff.
Sure. Okay.
And again, she has the secret skill, I guess is what I'm going to call on.
Okay.
So 2 light dice. That is a 3.
Count as something terrible. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. I think as you're looking to see if there's any way to make it up the cliff, you spot something that looks like it's bound to the rock. And as you spot this sinew bound something or other, you can't quite check it because as you're looking, something speeds past your face and almost knocks you completely off the cliff. And it is one of those serpents that Osto was talking about. So, yeah. It is an amphitheater that is screeching now in a haunting call as it is diving around you and is now aware of you all. So
Pella gets out her hooked sword just in case to get ready.
Yep. So
I think Osto also hastily prepares his crossbow.
Okay. Alrighty. So
And I
now
draw my sword.
Okay, great. So for combat, because it sounds like everybody's combating, combat roll. Decide who participates. When you attempt to defeat a monster, you join in your efforts with your fellow treasure hunters. Decide who participates. Now, a couple different things to think about. Ranged combat does work a little bit differently than regular melee combat. Okay, so just keep that in mind, and I will go through that when somebody does that. But also, you can choose to use a ritual to mess with the monster to weaken its endurance. Every monster has an endurance that you have to make it past. Otherwise, then you take injury and then you have to try again. So if you want to try use a ritual to try and weaken it, you cannot be in the combat roll, but you can use a risk roll to see if you can weaken the monster's endurance. So when I ask who is going to participate in the combat roll, you have to sit it out if you're planning on using your ritual roll, like your ritual as a weakness endeavor. So I ask again, who is participating in the combat roll?
Pella is participating.
Okay, so combat roll, Pela. Okay, who else?
Benhir is going to participate.
Okay, Benhir.
In that case, I'd like to use my weapon to lower its endurance.
Okay. All right, let me address the ranged combat thing first because it works a little bit differently than regular combat. Let me see. So, here we go. To reduce endurance, okay, with a ranged weapon, you're going to make a risk roll, but instead of a devil's bargain, okay, you're going to add a light die for each unmarked slot of ammunition you're willing to risk, okay? And for each light die that comes up 1, 2, or 3, you're going to mark a slot of ammunition. All right? And then when you have no more unmarked slots, you can no longer use this weapon. So, are you willing to do that?
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds
Okay.
good.
All
I mean, I could also, on the other hand, choose to be in the combat
Yes, you could
and use
choose
it
to
just
do
like a
regular.
regular weapon.
Exactly. So, this is the ranged weapon in combat rule. So, I mean, like, if you want to do it this way, that's what you have to do for the to help weaken the monster's endurance. You're not in the combat role and you have to do it that way, or you can be in the combat role and just do it the normal way.
And as I recall correctly, you are one of those GMs who doesn't tell us the endurance.
I can tell you the endurance.
No, I'm not.
that bad. It's a one shot. It's fine. 10.
It's 10. I
Yeah.
think I'll try to help you guys by that because I mean,
So risk for you, risk roll to reduce that.
I'm gonna
endurance.
use 2. I'm gonna mark 2. Oh, well, no, that's not how it works. I'm gonna put 2 at risk, right?
Yeah, you want
And
to.
only do those who come up 1, 2, or 3 are
Yes.
marked.
Yes, exactly.
Where did
Okay,
it
so
go?
basically it's like, it sounds to me like you're doing a regular risk roll, yeah?
Mhm.
And you're doing like the first light die for your skill, equipment, whatever it is. And then instead of the second light die devil's bargain, you're doing as many light die for
Gotcha.
each unmarked slot of ammunition you're willing to risk. So if you're doing 2 ammunition, it would be 3 light die total plus the dark die.
Well, am I using risking my body since I'm using a ranged weapon?
True. Okay, then no dark die, but then like it's still three light die then.
Yeah, I think hunting fits as a skill, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Hopefully that increases accuracy.
That's 2 6s.
Okay. And then
So
what's the
and a 3. So I do lose 1
one slot?
ammo
Okay.
slot. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, you definitely reduce it by normal. Okay, so then you reduce endurance by 1, so now it's down to 9. All right, and then combat roll for the others for right now. Okay, so 2 that are participating in the combat roll. Each of you tell me how you expose yourself to injury and attack. I think it's pretty obvious with Pela, with it like being right near the amphitheater, for sure. But how about Benhir?
I'm exposing myself because I have to use my other hand to get to my sword because of the injury I got while
Got it.
ripping my sigil.
Oh gosh. Okay, great. All right. So then each of you will roll a light die, and then tell me what the number is, and that is your weak point.
I rolled a 3.
Rolled a 4.
Weak point 3 and 4. Okay. Now, we take a dark die for each character involved in the attack who has a weapon they can use in combat. So, I think since Pela, engaged first, let's go ahead and have Pela roll for the 2 of you.
Okay.
So, Pela, you're going to be rolling 2 dark die, and you're going to tell me what each of the dark die says.
Okay. A 1 and a 5.
Okay, so neither one of you takes any injury right now.
But
Because
we
it doesn't
also
matter.
don't.
But yeah, I mean, it's the total of the 2 highest dark die, which in this case is 6, does not beat the current endurance. Okay? Against
What is the current endurance? Did it get
9,
reduced by 2? Oh, just by 1.
just by 1. If it's
Okay.
I think if it's a 6, then it gets reduced by 2. Yeah, so only in the case of like the highest success do you reduce it down by 2.
No, I think you did
You
it
got
right because I rolled a 6 and it's reduced by 1 and rituals reduce it by 2.
Okay.
Oh yeah, if you get a 6 on a ritual, it reduces it by 2, something like that.
Okay. So it should be 8.
No, it's you did correctly. It's 9 still.
Okay. Alrighty. Got it.
Okay.
Alrighty. So still at 9, and you only did a 6. So it is not higher than the monster's endurance. You add another die. So basically, re-roll with 3 dark die now.
Okay.
And tell me what you get.
And we're trying to get 9.
Yeah.
On the top 2.
On the top 2. Yes.
Okay. That is a 3, a 4, and a 2.
7. You're getting closer.
So we each get ruin?
If you get, yeah, you mark a piece of armor to avoid ruin,
Oh, armor.
or you mark a ruin for the die that matches your weak point.
Got it. I think I'm going to mark my stiff wool cloak.
Okay. And
It
Benhir,
gets all
you can,
slashed up.
yeah, and Benhir, you can choose to mark an armor right now, or you can just take the point of ruin.
I would take the ring mail shirt. I think one of them snakes jump at my chest and maybe knock itself on the ring mail shirt,
Okay,
which protected me.
got it. Okay. Now
Oh,
you,
Osto had a suggestion in the chat.
okay. So just narrating the rounds of combat. Okay, got it. Um, yeah, thank you. Sometimes I forget because I get involved in the mechanics of it as well. So I think in this case, when you guys try to take a swipe at this amphitheater that has circled around and come back, I think it has kind of dodged and feinted, where it comes between the two of you and will do like a figure eight and will slash with its teeth against both of you, and that's how it causes the injury, um, getting to your weak points, because you thought it was going this way and it actually went that way instead for the both of you. So that's how you got injured. So now you're gonna re-roll again and do
Which
4
size?
dark die. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Which size? Which size is the creature, roughly?
Let's see. The creature is. Sorry, gotta go back.
And it's just one for now, but there are others that are descending the stairs, right?
Yeah, this is like one right now, or I should say, like maybe since it is 10, it's like maybe it's called down a couple, like a friend or two, to be able to harry you, because I picture one of them has come to its companion's call and left a trail of slime on the steps to make it even more fun when you decide what you want to do to get up the pathway. I mean, to go up to the cliff, and then another one has helped its first companion to harry you too. Yeah, and yeah. So because of this, it's like there's like probably yeah. Let's just say there's two of them right now that are harrying you all, but the endurance is still at 9.
Okay, so I roll 4 dark.
4 dark, please.
Okay, I got 3 6s and a 4. So I need to mark.
Another point of ruin. Or mark an armor.
Yeah.
Another point.
I'm gonna mark armor. My
Okay.
ornate cuirass.
Okay.
But that is top 2 or 12.
Okay. Great. You defeat the monster. You describe to me how, both of you. Or
Pela uses her hooked sickle sword to like gut one of them, and slime falls everywhere.
Benhir.
Uh, I think when with the fight going on, I started to see their patterns, and I anticipate one of them, and I just take my sword and put it in his head when he's coming to get at me, and pal it.
And I think that when I gut this amphitheater, it sprays me with like acid or something, which destroys my cuirass.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then you do not have a cuirass anymore. So yeah,
Yep.
you are without armor.
Yep.
God.
And I'm at 4 ruin.
Ah, boy. And there is no reduction roll in trophy gold. I'm crying for you. I really am. Ah, goodness. So be careful. All right. So now I need you to roll 9 die. For every 6, you're gonna see 1 gold of treasure.
It doesn't matter light or dark.
In this case, no, because we can't see it on the screen.
Yeah. 9
Nine,
dice.
9 dice, please. Yeah,
And
nine's
it was 6s that we're looking for?
yeah, 6s.
I see 1 6.
Oh God, of course.
Yep.
Damn it. 1 gold. Okay. Pella, you
Who
can.
gets that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
One of you
Yeah.
two guys,
Yeah.
let's
One of
say.
you two. Yeah. So.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you suffer more than me, Pela. You can get something.
Yeah. Exactly.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, I don't hope that happens, but if Pela dies, we can loot her body
Right.
and get money.
Osto always thinking. I love it. Anywho, yeah. So you kill off the amphitheaters. Yeah. So the stairs are in front of you. Do you choose to go up them? Even though
And
they're
I did
slimed.
not
I'm
and I
sorry.
did not find another way up. Is that
No.
correct?
No,
Okay.
I mean because you encountered something terrible. Although you did see like the hint of something off to the side, like something attached to the, what is it? The rock walls, the some of the rocks, bound with sinew. You didn't get a close enough look because you got by the
Right.
amphitheaters. So if you'd like to try and look now because you're not distracted, like you totally can. I won't make you re-roll. Just
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely look.
yeah, you end up seeing bones tied to the rock with this sinew, and they look like they're in particular spots of regular intervals. Grim handholds for the desperate.
Well, Pella is a desperate zealot, so she's gonna try to go up these handholds.
Okay.
Well, she points them out to the other two as well.
Yeah. So you can choose to do the stairs, or you can choose to do slippery stairs now, or you can choose to do these rock handholds if you'd like.
What do we think?
I will definitely ask for a risk roll in this case from people.
Benhir is going to take the stairs up because of his arm, which is still hurtful.
That makes perfect sense, unfortunately. I think as you decide to take the stairs, Benny, you do see there, like along the pathway up the stairs, you do catch the sight of a frayed, blood-stained rope hanging over a sheer drop. Other people have tried other ways, unfortunately. But yeah, so we've got Pella doing the handholds. We got Benir doing the stairs. Osto, which way are you going to take to go up?
I mean, since we just killed those things, I assume the stairs are safer.
Okay. Alrighty. So, you can totally do again. Hunt rolls is not only to get some details and to, you know, check for things, but also it's like also hunting for treasure. Just to say.
Yeah, and we were pressing forward, so if we had any questions, that would also allow
Sure.
for hunt roll. Yeah.
Sure. Just making sure you need that. And again, if you want, you can always trade in your hunt tokens for some kind of treasure.
I think I'll do that.
Okay.
I've
You're
got one
taking
token currently.
Yeah. Okay. Taking stairs. I think maybe before you take the stairs, you check by the altar, and you see that strewn amongst all of the feathers and kind of like there's actually bones here as well, which you didn't quite see as you were distracted. There's actually a bronze dagger stuck like into a bone. You would have missed it if you didn't check. It's a bronze dagger etched with feather motifs. Worth 1 gold.
All right.
Pela is going to trade in 2 hunt tokens.
For treasure?
Yes.
This could be valuable to you. And you can think of this any way you like as the zealot that you are, just for say.
Mhm.
But you find, I think before you even make your way over to the handholds, you discover maybe through the song a small vial of phosphorescent liquid. It's yeah, seems to be effervescent as well, and it seems to be of some kind of value, but you're not sure exactly how. But it seems like something that you would have recognized, but again, not sure exactly what it means. But it's worth 2.
Okay.
Benhir, hunt, or
I will keep my hunt token right
okay.
now, but I want to get up the stairs and maybe doing a hunt roll while I'm getting up the stairs,
Mhm.
which I presume is many, many stairs.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to discern if there is a pattern in these stairs and a meaning to how they are disposed, because they are not straight, right?
Right.
It's
No, they're very windy and
yes,
narrow.
and
So
so I'm focusing myself to see if I can feel or see a pattern in how they are disposed.
certainly.
Something that will help us to know why they are here.
Okay. So 2 light die, please.
And I will use my inspiration
Yeah,
skill.
absolutely.
And it's a 4.
Okay. So get a hunt token, and you
Yes.
encounter something terrible. Well, tell me how you discern the pattern as you use your inspiration. Like, what does this look like? Do you do anything in particular, or is this something that you're just seeing in your mind's eye? What does it look like?
I think I'm trying to feel the rhythm of the stairs, maybe by humming to myself, like if each disposition of one stair was a tune, and trying to find if there is a repeating tune of something like that.
Nice. Yeah. And I think when you do this, and if you're heard, it's almost like you're causing a tuning fork effect into the stairs, because what appears is a shimmering veil, like near you, that reveals a glowing amber crevice, like the way you step, the way you hum, the way you attune to the staircase. It reveals a glowing amber crevice that looks like it is actually an enchanted shortcut to the cliff top.
I I focus myself on it in order for it not to disappear, and I call to Osto, which is also coming to the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Do you go
Look,
out?
you can see it, right?
I do.
And I
Do
think
you think
Do
it's
you
safe?
I don't think anything about it, but could lead us to, if it was hidden, you never hid nothing of value. If you hid something, it's always of value.
I think as you are kind of like halfway in, halfway out of the veil, the crevice, Benir, you like involuntarily will touch that sigil that you lost, and as that that sigil part like is still kind of bleeding a little bit, I think Osto, as you're looking at Benhir, you spot like a shadow that kind of passes behind him.
Inside the crevice.
Yep. Do you still go?
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell Benhir what you think you saw, but you don't have to. I mean,
I think there's no use in making him nervous. You know.
so do you two make it up, make it through the crevice?
I think so, yeah.
I will, yeah, I will make it too.
Okay. So you two make it through the crevice, and I think, you know, we see a cut of Benhir and Osto going through the crevice, and as it starts to close, the shadow looms behind them. And we cut to Pela. Pela, you are making your way up these sinew-bound bones, you know, clutching it. And what's driving you? What are you thinking of as you're making your way the hard way? I don't even know if you've seen like your companions disappear off of the steps. You're really
No, she
concentrating
was
on.
very concentrated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, what are you
Um,
thinking about as you make your way up?
so she is chanting one of her religion's mantras to herself, a mantra of strength and dexterity. Um, and she's thinking about finally getting Cormoran's wheel under control, weeding out all the unbelievers.
I'm gonna say that the Song of the Harpies possibly like weaves in and out of your chant for strength and
Mhm.
dexterity, perhaps. Maybe driving you forward, maybe helping you get the strength to move up and get there. The set goal was reached by all of you, uh, because Benhir and Osto have made it through the crevice, which was the shortcut, so that's fine. Um, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna cause you grief right now, Pella, because
Okay,
everybody's gonna be in trouble soon anyway.
got it.
So I think you do make it up with the Song of the Harpy and your chant of your god in your head. And when you make it up there, and you see the two, time is weird because even though you had more effort, you all make it up to the top of the cliff at the same time. And you see something absolutely massive up here. Perched atop these cliffs, the throne is a vast matted nest of bone, driftwood, and blood-stained feathers. And out of this pile, the feathers start to move. And it's almost a flurry, as if something is fluffing itself up. And you see tufts of feathers start to rise. And all of a sudden, you hear the snap, and turns a creature, towering, half rotted. A mangy human head peeks out, with the feathers inside, matted with blood and seaweed, and a large, too large mouth stretches wide over the face. And she smiles. She smiles wide and says, "Pitiful beings, you stand in the lair of Valessa, Queen of the Harpies. The king sends you as payment for the peace I grant his people. If you offer me something worthy, I may let you live. If not, your lives will settle the debt." What do you offer Valessa in hopes she will spare your life? The set goal here, for the Throne of Hollow Feathers, is to destroy the Harpy Queen or convince her to spare you. What would you like to do? How do you answer the question? What do you offer Valessa in hopes she will spare your life?
Pela kind of screams and goes down on her knees, and she's like, "The song, the song is all." And she will offer Valessa her devotion.
Are we to collectively make an offer or individually?
The question goes individually, but the goal is, up to you all. Destroy or convince. Her crown of bone glints in the sun as she awaits your answer.
I cannot offer her my devotion. It's already to someone or something else. But I can tell her that if she tells me her song, I can go by on the continent and spread it to the people there. But it's just a lure in my mind because I just want to get near her and listen to a song to learn her while making in place my ritual to put a circle around her in order for her to not inflict harm.
Was this your salt circle?
Nice.
Yes.
And so, what did you say? You slowly walk around and sprinkle salt, or do you protect
Yes,
us?
yes, I want to wait to see what you're wanting to do. But in my mind, it's what I would try to do if no one if you want to offer her something and not destroy her, I have nothing to offer to her behind a lie. So I will try to make in place my ritual by telling her a lie.
Oh, cool. I
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
I mean, Osto is not a smart person. So he's gonna say, I will offer you treasure. And I've got a bag of fool's gold, and I think I can fool the Harpy Queen.
Interesting. Okay. So, yeah, I think as you make your approach, Benhir, I think you hear the bones of previous sacrificial heroes crunching at your feet. But there's also a desiccated corpse nearby, and it holds a splintered lyre. And I think as the sweep of her wings goes past, especially in this like wind bedecked cliff top, I think it plays a single note. What does that single note, if anything, mean to you? Any of you? All of you, as it plays?
It's the note that underpins all of the song of the harpy that I'm hearing.
It's a note of that the wind was giving when going through the temple when I get that sigil that I know have to remade.
It's a cue to prepare myself for an attack.
And I'll tell you that her endurance is 12. So, Just so you know, if that'll help it make you decide. But Pela's sprawled, like prone maybe, uh, with her devotion, and Benhir is trying to convince, I guess, to talk her down. And Osto, you're offering treasure. Um. Hmm. Benhir, make a risk roll since you are making the approach. This is very dangerous. What you're doing. So, and in the interests of time and also like efficiency, it's like well, we can also say since you're also trying to do your ritual at the same time, it is doubly dangerous. um, so, what skill do you have to try and convince her slash do your ritual?
Presence.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay. Now, what do we think to increase his odds of success? What do we think we can offer as a devil's bargain, no matter what?
So what's the outcome? Doing the ritual and convincing her, or is it one of the
The
other?
outcome is, I think, the outcome is she's letting me getting near her
Mm-hmm.
in order to, and I talk her to sing me your song. I will learn them, and I circle around her while she's doing that. That's my objective anyway.
Yeah,
Okay,
And
okay.
that's
maybe I've
risky.
got I offer her my right side, and with my left hand, as I circle around her, I let some salt.
Nice. I
Uh,
love it. Yeah.
Okay. I've got a devil's bargain.
Yep.
I mean, no matter what, she will sing her song. Either to frighten you or to teach you, but you will only hear it once because you will lose your ability to hear afterwards,
I love that. Oh my god.
and
Amazing.
you'll be deaf. No,
Oof.
deaf, yeah.
I think you're, pardon, you're going to hear her, no matter what, you're going to hear her song, but to hear it means that you will never, you will never leave the cliff top. And what you make of that is whatever you make of that. But that will happen no matter what. Doesn't mean you're going to be dead. Doesn't, could mean whatever, but you won't leave that cliff top once you hear that song.
I think that no matter what, your cult will find out that you've listened to this song, and that will count against you in perfecting your form.
I think I will get that the way my cult will learn about it.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So one dark, two light, right?
One dark, two light, please. And tell me which one's the high die.
2 6 on the light and a 2 on the dark. So it's 6 light.
Okay. Six light, you succeed. Tell me how you succeed in convincing her, and then you're doing this circle. Like, what does it look like?
I think she's surprised by the offer, and she starts to sing. Maybe the same thing, the same song that Pela heard from when we get to the beach, and she hums some melody. I try to replicate it, and she gets back to it, like mentor and apprentice. And I get one circle, maybe another one to make sure. I get look to the others to see what they're doing. And when I feel the circle is done and active, I take a step back. I know I've got the melody, but in my mind, I don't want to spread it. And no, I have to leave this island. But I will look at the others to see what they're up to.
Is your ritual complete, or is just the salt circle complete?
I don't know. The circle, the salt circle is complete, but I don't know if I have to make another risk roll to make the ritual complete. The ritual says creature within a ring of salt cannot inflict or suffer violence.
Yeah, so basically it goes pardon, it goes both ways. That means it's like,
Yes.
you can attack her, but she won't get hurt, but also she cannot attack you all. So
I mean, we could provoke her to leave the circle, but that wouldn't. I mean, that would defeat the purpose of your role.
yeah.
So, what do you think would make sense in a story?
My idea is for Benhir to buy some time to get out of here and to get safe out of this island. And the salt circle, but the salt circle is there just to gain time.
And actually, when you had her sing her song and she had taught you her song, you start seeing her milky eyes blink. And they're like blinking out of sync, like how birds like, blink one eye and then blink another and such. And you start to see them like tear up after she teaches you her song. And she's kind of clicking and clacking her talons restlessly against the bones on top of her throne. And she says, "No one's ever asked me about the song, to learn it. Would you stay and sing some more?" And she looks not only at you, Benhir, but she looks at the others.
Pela cries, yes, yes, I will stay, I will sing. If that's what you need.
What did you learn? Sing. Sing for me.
So Pela doesn't have a great voice, but she's going to try and sing.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna tell you like right off the bat. I mean, like, her weakness is music. So the fact that you're even giving this a shot is like, helping you guys out. So, I mean, I'm gonna like, already knock off some points for endurance if that's where we're gonna go, if you so choose to do so. Otherwise, I'm gonna say that you just have to make a risk roll to see if you can make it either back down the steps while Pela's keeping her busy, or you can make it through the glowing crevice crack, which I think is still open. So, yeah. I mean, if Pela's going to stay and keep her busy, you could conceivably, the rest of you, either fall in and do the same or escape. What do you want to do? Giving you the option.
I want
Can
to
we know
steal
what?
something.
Oh, God.
I picture there's treasure. There's,
Oh, yeah.
people have been here, have
Oh, yeah.
lost their lives. There's valuables. And I can't leave. I've got burden of 5,
Okay. You got kids to feed. Oh, God. Why am I seeing this thing from Total Recall? Never mind. Okay. So, you're doing something against the Harpy Queen? Is that what I'm given to understand?
I try to be sneaky and
Oh.
and
Oh, you're gonna try to just get like a treasure Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, but I don't have hunt tokens, so maybe that's risky. Or
Risky, definitely risky. I'll allow you to get something if you do well on a risk roll. Otherwise, something's just gonna happen to you. Benhir, what are you gonna try to
that's
do?
fair enough.
Yeah, what are you gonna do, Benhir?
Yes, the way she answered, the way she responded to what I done,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Yeah, she cried. She
maybe
was.
yes, it maybe it clicked something inside Benhir. And I know I can stay here. I have to fulfill my drive, my goal to get through the world. But I didn't want to spread a song, but maybe it's what I need to do, and I will sing alongside Pela to the queen.
Okay.
And also my ruined sigil maybe tells me that I cannot fulfill the perfect form, but maybe I can fulfill another type of form.
Ooh, that could be fun. So, anyway,
Form
let's
of the
get.
harpy.
Okay, could be hilarious. Anyway, let's do Osto's risk roll first, and then we'll see what happens after that. So, what do we think will go wrong if, Osto is not sneaky enough? I think she's going to pull off a very she's gonna rip him apart. That's what she's gonna do.
I think she's gonna rip him apart, but playfully. She's gonna play with
Yeah,
him
sure.
like a cat.
How dare you interrupt my chorus? You know what I mean? Like, God. Yeah. So that's what could go wrong for sure. All right. So what do you have that you can use to help you in this endeavor for your first light die?
I mean, rebellion.
Yeah. That's what I think you're.
I don't care for monarchs
Nope. Nope.
and
You don't.
queens.
Nope.
I'm defiant,
Yes.
but I try to be sneaky about it.
Yep. It's fine. So yeah.
What devil's bargain you guys
Yes.
can offer
So
me?
no matter what. Yeah, you are marked in some way. So, you know, no matter what, like whether you be get away with this or not, or you survive this or not, you're going to be marked in some way from this. Probably to show that you've gotten the treasure directly from the Harpy Queen, and it's not a good thing. It's like,
I think that no matter what, whatever you take will be cursed to haunt you
ooh,
in some way.
love that,
Psychological haunting.
love that too. Yeah, so mine was something physical happening to you to mark you, but yeah, Pela's is that the item is itself is cursed. Okay, Benir, do you have something?
Yes, rebounding on what Pela offers. Um, the item which is cursed, you will could never get rid of it, and you will never get your freedom out from it. So maybe you will get to your drive, but yourself will never get freedom.
Oh no!
That's harsh.
Which one?
That's
Which
cool.
one do you
Yeah,
want?
all of them are good. I
Oh,
think I want to be haunted because the thing is cursed.
okay. So haunted.
But the difficult thing is, it happens no matter what. So I would succeed, or how would that
Yeah, maybe no matter what, you'll
play
be
out?
haunted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, haunted. Yeah. Okay.
I'll
2
note
light,
that.
1 dark.
That's a light 5.
Light 5. Okay. Tell me how you succeed while they are singing her song to her and for her. And I can give you something.
The Harpy Queen is focusing on Benhir and Pela.
Mhm.
And I slowly walk in the direction of a pile of bones, that has been arranged by the Harpy Queen. And I think she doesn't even pay attention because she thinks we're all devoted
Mm-hmm.
potential followers. So this is something um, that would actually be really big faux pas to go there at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I walk there slowly, but uh, don't minding doing the sacrilege.
You find a ruby encrusted egg. And I think as you put your hands on it, I think we immediately cut. Because since we don't see a ruin roll or whatever, it's like I just want to cut there, especially in the interest of time. And I want to know epilogues. What do you think happens? In a point in the future, whether immediately afterwards, do you get off the island? Are you still there? What's going on, right? With each of the characters. If you need
So
a minute or so. Yeah.
Pela has devoted herself to this Harpy Queen, and she has made a bargain with her
Mm-hmm.
that she's allowed to leave the island occasionally, as long as she comes back and brings further sacrifices.
Mm-hmm. Question: what's the badge of office for you as
Ooh.
her human
Um,
ambassador?
a crossed bird's claw and a human bone.
Nice. Okay. Who's next?
Benhir is getting back from the island, and he starts back his journey through the temples of the cult of Ontia. But with him, he spreads the song of the Happy Queen, and he starts to mutate the cult of Antea to her, and he alter his own sigils to match her symbols.
What is the main mutation that you start seeing in your perfect form that shows that you belong to the Harpy Queen?
I think I've made something to my hand to broke my fingers and maybe solidify them to make them like talons.
Yeah. Okay. And Osto?
So I will incorporate the being haunted part. I think Osto makes it off the island. And we see him later in the woods by himself, starving. There's no food around. So he's gonna be really, really desperate. He's gonna crack that egg. And he makes the most delicious omelette out of it. And that's gonna haunt him because he'll never be able to taste it again. And he'll always be reminded.
Amazing. And thus endeth our incursion of the Throne of Hollow Feathers. Woo! Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much for joining me in this playtest. Oh, this is great. Amazing. I hope you had fun because this was great. Any feedback for Amanda about the incursion, or stars and wishes? Game stars, of course, are about gameplay, role play each other, appreciation, and wishes. I know this was a one shot, but I mean, like, if there's anything that you wish to see, if you were going to run this, or if you were going to, play this again. So, yeah. If you have time. I mean, like, if you got to run, like, go ahead and, do it quickly, or put it in the Discord chat, whichever. So,
Stars, I think that everyone did a lot of great role playing today. It was tons of fun. Lots of great ideas, great doubles bargains. Um, and I guess my one wish, the first set, it wasn't clear immediately why we couldn't just get to the set goal just because we wanted to. Like there wasn't a clear obstacle. So maybe that's a piece of feedback that I might have.
that could also be like partly because of me as well, because it's like, unless I see, like, real failures, then I
Mm,
don't tend to throw up the monster right away, or
got it.
like, set off the traps really hard on people and such. So
Okay.
I mean, I was glad to see the combat roll in the first set, but yeah, I mean, I don't automatically say, oh yeah, you reached the first set right away, because
Right.
I want to see, like, you go, like, I want to be able to include all of the props and all of the traps if that's called for. But like, I
Mhm.
won't throw out the big beastie until I see like a reasonable failure, or like encounter something terrible. Yeah,
Right.
that comes from a risk roll that you messed up, that sort of
Yeah.
thing. But
I did like the coral spike lined pit. That was pretty cool.
that was a cool trap, definitely, for sure, and that's definitely in the incursion. So yeah.
Stars for all of us. I really enjoyed the game. I really like Trophy Gold. You can have really deep character with really easily, and you brought them to us. Our drive, our characters was really great. I plan to read the incursion. I'm glad I didn't before the game. It was great surprises, and I wish I we had time to see what was in that shortcut. I don't know if it's part of the incursion or not. If it's this shadow that was behind me, but it's really my only wish, and really glad about the epilogues of all of us.
Okay, then it's even more amazing that you ended up being a musician, because I
Yes,
thought you might have chosen that on purpose.
no, I really for each type of cards, I draw two, and I
Uh-huh.
chose one from the two I draw.
Oh, that's
Uh,
cool. Yeah, so definitely stars for the characters. I loved Pela being such a cool embodiment of a zealot, and getting that condition early really informed your role play, and I liked that a lot. And Benhir following through with being a musician, but also using your circle ritual, that was really cool. And Matt, you did a great job running us through or running and guiding us through the sets, and also your voice acting, of course, is amazing. So seeing the the harpy in play was great. Um, Feedback, or I mean, I wonder if it's supposed to be, how to put it, for the last set, destroy the Harpy Queen or convince her to spare you.
Mhm.
I mean, the alternative is quite easy if you see how high her endurance is, because 12 is really, really high. And that's like one of the biggest monsters there is.
Yeah.
And the alternative would be a risk roll or so that's not that balanced. But I guess you only get treasure if you slay her. I'm not sure what's that about. So I think you handled it really well, having us make several risk rolls, But that's something, if I were to run it, and I think I will, because it's really well written and it's
Yes.
straightforward and pretty cool, I would think about that the most, how to resolve the last set, I think, because the other things are more straightforward to me.
Yeah. I mean, this is very much a straightforward incursion. So when I saw it, I was like, yeah, this could totally work in a one shot deal, right? It was me getting past the way I like to run Trophy Gold, which is like, oh, like let's just like kind of like wander through, and like every set is one session for me usually. But no, I like the way like I had to kind of compact it and make decisions about where I'd like to settle in, and then try to make that work with the mechanics. But then the last part, I wondered about that too, and I appreciate the uh, high level of the Harpy Queen, but I can see where, like, in the interest of time, it's like if you're pushing the players to make that the big bad and the big combat, maybe you do blow past set one and set two, and then you make the big ass combat for set three if you've got like semi murder hobos or whatever. But I mean, again, that would be a decision that I would have to make in the very beginning. Whereas I like slow burn stuff, so I was like, by the time we got there, I was like, no, you can make the choice of like, you don't have to fight if you don't want to, because that was already in the incursion. You can convince her, no, don't kill me. I'm okay. So, yeah. Yeah, it's just like a bunch of decision making, but you have to do that anyway when you're doing one shots as opposed to series or mini series. So I still think it's wonderfully written, and I enjoy the premise like a lot. So yeah, and you guys were absolutely wonderful. Like just the characters. I mean, again, it's very simple character options and stuff like that. But what you guys did with them, as well as the condition that I laid on you, and then you just ran with it. I mean, like just kept on calling back to it and calling back to it, and I love that stuff because then it just informs your role play in such a way that you're constantly reminded of like, yeah, this is why I'm here, and then oh my god, this is what's affecting me the whole time, and it's going to affect me even further when I get to that climax point. So I loved what you guys all did, and Osto is just a hot mess. I mean, just like not mentioning his wife and child. Are you kidding me, man? So his epilogue was even more perfect. Sorry, the epilogues were great. So thank you all very much for joining me in this playtest. So again, I hope that you have a wonderful time like running this yourselves when you get it, if you don't already have it. And yeah, I mean, again, thank you very much for joining me. I hope to like I'll do like a little bit of light editing, so I hope that it's okay to post on my channel. So if it's not, then just yeah. All right, awesome. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of the retreat, and I will hopefully see you for more gaming next time. All right. Thank you
Thanks,
so
everyone.
much.
Thanks, man.
Guys.
Thank
Bye.
you.